Thinking about moving to Omaha, whether you're curious about the cost of living, the best neighborhoods, or just how good the food scene really is, I got you covered. Stick around because today I'm answering the top questions everyone is asking about relocating to Omaha, Nebraska, and you're not going to believe some of the answers. Let's start with this question. Is Omaha a good place to live? Yes, Omaha is a great place to live. Omaha is the largest city in the state of Nebraska. The Omaha Metro has just under 1 million people, with 34% just 24 years of age or younger. We offer a high quality of life with lots of job opportunities, great access to health care, a strong public and private education system, a low cost of living, and many of the amenities of a larger city without many of the headaches that go along with a larger community. Omaha is well documented as a great place to live. In fact, Omaha was ranked by Forbes as the #1 best city to move to in 2024. Omaha was also ranked in the top 15 cities for young professionals in 2024. Omaha was ranked 9th by U.S. News for best places to live for families. What is the cost of living in Omaha, Nebraska? The cost of living in Omaha is 7% lower than the national average. If we compare individual cities, especially those on the West Coast, to Omaha, your dollar is going to go a lot farther in Omaha, Nebraska. For example, if you were to live in LA and you had a pre-tax income of $100,000, in Omaha, the cost of living is 37% lower. To maintain your same standard of living in Omaha, Nebraska, you would only need a household income of $63,204.34. Compared to LA, your housing costs would be 63% lower. Transportation costs would be 26% lower. In fact, I'm helping a family right now relocate from the LA area, and one of the first items my client noticed was the price for a gallon of gas. Speaking of transportation, another benefit of moving to Omaha is our commute time. The average commute time is just 20.5 minutes, which is 6 minutes faster than the national average. If you move to Omaha from LA, you'll spend 14% less on food, 17% less on entertainment, and 17% less for health care. In today's world, where many people are working from home, many of these workers are choosing Omaha because they like our quality of life, the great schools, and the lower cost of living. The next question people want to know is, where are the best neighborhoods? Now, that's a difficult question. Where do you work? What do you like to do? What is your budget? And what are you looking for in a location? Do you want a condo in downtown Omaha? Or maybe you're on a little bit tighter budget and you're looking for something more affordable in North or South Omaha? Do you want an older home, or are you looking for something a little bit newer out west in one of the suburbs like Gretna or Elkhorn? If you're looking to move to Omaha, I would strongly suggest making a trip out to Omaha and explore the different communities. Just spend a few days exploring the city and the surrounding area. Keep an open mind. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at all of your options. The city of Omaha is located in Douglas County. South of Douglas County is Sarpy County. The dividing line between Douglas and Sarpy County is Harrison Street. Omaha itself is divided into 4 quadrants: North Omaha, South Omaha, Northwest Omaha, and Southwest Omaha. Some people will group Northwest and Southwest Omaha into simply West Omaha. The city was founded in 1854 along the Missouri River and expanded westward. Therefore, the older parts of the city are in North and South Omaha. The dividing line separating North and South is Dodge Street. West Omaha is a little different. There's no definitive street where West Omaha begins. Some people will say anything west of 72nd Street is considered West Omaha. Some people will say it's 90th Street. Some will say I-680. And I've even heard some people say 120th Street. What I have seen in the course over my lifetime is that West Omaha has further migrated west. Both North and South Omaha have older, more affordable homes. However, you will have pockets inside either North or South Omaha with some very expensive homes. Inside of Omaha, you'll have sub areas within the city. For example, you'll have areas like up north in Florence, and then you'll have areas like Dundee, which have some beautiful older brick homes. This is kind of an interesting fact. That is, Dundee was actually bombed during World War II. During the war, the Japanese took bombs and attached balloons and released them into the jet stream. And there's actually a plaque at 50th and Underwood where one of those devices detonated. No one was hurt, but I find that pretty interesting. Benson is another community in North Omaha. Benson was its own city back in the day. Today, Benson is a kind of a hipster hangout. There are places to eat, bars, shops, and art galleries. Today, Benson offers older, more affordable homes. As Omaha expanded west, it annexed many of these smaller towns. Another area close to Benson is Country Club. Now, these are older brick homes. Fun fact, Country Club used to be the home of Omaha Country Club. In the 1920s, the golf course was relocated and homes were built, and this became the Country Club area. Country Club is one of those neighborhoods that's highly desired in any market. Another popular neighborhood is Zarbin. People love Zarbin because of the location. Zarbin is close to UNO. UNO stands for the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Zarbin is actually Nebraska spelled backwards. Zarbin is close to the Med Center, Elmwood Park, and close to the interstate. Back in the day, Zarbin used to be a racetrack. Today, it's the home to Zarbin Village in Stinson Park. Maybe you want Warren Buffett as a neighbor. You might want to explore the Happy Hollow area. These homes are near the Med Center, UNO, and Memorial Park. These are some very expensive brick homes. Warren's home is located at 5505 Farnham Street. Warren purchased his home back in 1958 for, I believe, $31,500. Don't forget the suburbs of Omaha. Just south of Omaha is Bellevue. Bellevue is Nebraska's oldest city. Bellevue is the home to Fontell Forest and Offutt Air Force Base. I mentioned earlier how many of the smaller cities were eventually annexed by the city of Omaha. For example, Elkhorn is in northwest Omaha and was annexed by the city of Omaha in 2007. Now, not everybody is thrilled to be annexed by the city. Many people in these smaller cities like to maintain their own autonomy. Just so you know, the city of Omaha cannot annex across county lines. Omaha is located in Douglas County. Cities like Papillion, La Vista, Gretna, and Bellevue are located in Sarpy County. Therefore, these cities are not able to be annexed by the city of Omaha. Many people like living in places like Gretna, La Vista, and Papillion because it's outside the city of Omaha, but you're still close enough to take advantage of all of the things Omaha has to offer. Now, there's one exception, and that would be the city of Ralston. Ralston is located inside Douglas County, but it has not been annexed by the city of Omaha. Now, there's another law that says that Omaha cannot annex any town with a population above 10,000 people. Back in the early 1960s, Ralston agreed not to expand, and the city of Omaha agreed not to annex them. So you do have the town of Ralston. Ralston is surrounded on three sides by the city of Omaha and La Vista to the south in Sarpy County. One of the neat things to do on the 4th of July is to attend Ralston's annual 4th of July parade. Another consideration is the school district. The Omaha real estate market is a school district-driven market. People make real estate decisions based on school district. Now, which school district is best? That's going to be based on you and your child's needs. Keep in mind, Omaha is expanding. New schools are being built. Schools and the school district boundaries can change. Some of these boundaries make no sense. Don't make the assumption that you're going to be in a certain school district, okay? If you're buying a home and the school district is important in your decision, be sure to verify the school or the school district before you purchase. Now let's talk about open enrollment. Now, Nebraska does have an open enrollment program. This means you can send your child to a school in a different district than what they reside. There's an application process, and it depends on if there is space available, and the students are not eligible for transportation provided by the district. Where can you research schools? One place you can research the different schools is the Nebraska Education Profile website. This is a good launching point for your research. That website is nep.education.ne.gov. Long story short, take your time, do your homework. If you're moving to Omaha, there's nothing wrong with renting an Airbnb for a couple of months or signing a year's lease and then deciding exactly which neighborhood is best for you. Let's talk about home prices. How much do homes cost in Omaha? The median sale price of a home in Douglas and Sarpy County for an existing home, and this is over a 12-month rolling average, is $299,000. For new construction in Douglas and Sarpy County, and this is over a 12-month rolling average, the median sale price was $426,005. Two things to keep in mind about moving to Omaha. Number one, our property taxes and our homeowner's insurance are higher than average. If you choose to live in a newer subdivision, the taxes are higher than older parts of the city of Omaha. Be sure to leave room in your budget for higher than average property taxes and homeowner's insurance. On a positive note, this year, the state legislature did pass some property tax relief, so homeowners did see their property taxes slightly decrease. Now, it wasn't much, but it was better than an increase. Overall, I think you'll find the quality of life is worth paying the higher than average property taxes. Is it better to rent or buy in Omaha? Now, that's going to depend on your situation. Unless you plan to live in your home for at least 5 years, I think you're a little bit better off renting. That being said, Rent Cafe published a study, and Omaha was ranked in the top 20 most competitive rental markets. If you have a longer time frame and if you're in a financial position to buy, then in the long run, you're going to be better off buying. Right now, unaffordability, the way it is, unfortunately, most would-be buyers are stuck sitting on the sidelines. If you decide to buy, you want to make sure you do your due diligence. I'll leave a link in the description on some of the homes you should avoid when you're buying in Omaha. What about employment? What are some of the major industries in Omaha, Nebraska? Omaha has 4 Fortune 500 companies headquartered in Omaha: Berkshire Hathaway, Mutual of Omaha, Kiewit Corporation, and Union Pacific. In fact, Mutual of Omaha is in the process of building a 44-story skyscraper that is under construction and is scheduled to be completed in 2026. Omaha has jobs in healthcare, education, finance, transportation, technology, and defense. Facebook has built a massive data center in Sarpy County. Google has built 2 massive data centers, one in Douglas County and one in Sarpy County. The unemployment rate is below the national average, and Omaha is a very friendly business environment. Companies like our quality of life, our educated workforce, and the friendly business environment. Now, what are some of the largest employers? Offutt Air Force Base, Nebraska Medicine, CHI Healthcare, Methodist Healthcare System, First National Bank, Mutual of Omaha, Fiserv, Union Pacific Railroad, Children's Hospital, and Charles Schwab. What is the minimum wage in the state of Nebraska? As of January 1st, 2025, the minimum wage in the state of Nebraska is $13.50 an hour. In 2026, it is scheduled to increase to $15 an hour. Starting in 2027, the minimum wage will adjust with inflation. How is the overall job market? The job market is strong. However, our education system is so strong that many of the young people graduating from our schools are leaving for larger cities. They actually have a name for it. It's called brain drain. And this is something the city of Omaha and our local Chamber of Commerce is well aware of and is working to address. Speaking of education, what are the top-rated school districts in Omaha, Nebraska? Now, according to the Nebraska Department of Education, a school district is classified as excellent, great, good, or needs support to improve. This is a breakdown of each district and their classification for the 2023-2024 school year. Bellevue was classified as good. Bennington, excellent. Elkhorn, excellent. Gretna had an excellent classification. Millard Public Schools, excellent. Omaha Public Schools needs support to improve. Papillion La Vista was great. Ralston was good. And Westside Community Schools was great. What about universities and colleges? We have the University of Nebraska at Omaha, Creighton University, Bellevue University, College of St. Mary, Clarkson College, Metropolitan Community College, the University of Nebraska Medical Center. Let's talk about lifestyles and amenities. What is the food scene like in Omaha? I think you're in for a treat when it comes to food in Omaha. Our food scene is on point. Here are a few of the local favorites. The Rail Car, the Alpine Inn. This is a fun place because they have raccoons that they feed at night. It's not a fancy place, but it's a lot of fun. There's Finicky Frank's, Block 16, Three Happiness Express, Yoshitomo, and that's located in Benson. And that was rated as one of the best sushi restaurants in the nation. The Coneflower Creamery in the Blackstone district was the #1 best ice cream shop in the nation according to Yelp in 2023. There's Stella's, Dinkers, the Saddle Creek Breakfast Club, and this is in Countryside Village. And just southwest of Omaha, on the way to Lincoln, is Round the Bend Steakhouse. Round the Bend is known for their annual Testicle Festival. They serve Rocky Mountain oysters or beef nuts. They're fried and they're breaded. I had to try one. It was actually pretty good. If you've never been to Omaha, we also have a local fast food chain called Runza. A Runza is a breaded hot pocket with beef and cabbage. It's really good. Runza also has great burgers. Grabbing a Runza is kind of like a rite of passage if you're visiting Nebraska. They keep it local because they want to keep it fresh. Now, there's some history behind the Runza sandwich. One of the earliest groups to settle in Nebraska were Germans, and the original Runza sandwich is actually based on a German Eastern European roll called a bierok. Where are the best parks and recreation areas? At the top of the list would be the Gene Leahy Mall at the riverfront. This is located in downtown Omaha, and I would say it should be near the top of the list of things to do in and around Omaha. It has a dog park, playground equipment, a skating rink, walking paths, fountains, a concert area, and slides. And there's also a pier that extends out over the Missouri River. The Gene Leahy Mall is actually part of an area known as the Riverfront. The Riverfront consists of the Gene Leahy Mall, the Heartland of America Park, and the Lewis and Clark Landing. Omaha also has a series of dam site lakes that were established for flood control in and around Douglas County. These include Lake Cunningham, Standing Bear Lake, Lake Flanagan, Lake Zorinsky, Chaco Hills Recreation Area, Walnut Creek Recreation Area, and Prairie Green Recreation Area. All of these lakes have walking trails, fishing, picnic areas, and playground equipment. There's also a system of trails scattered across the city. These trails follow along the Papio Creek Basin. If you like to bike or if you enjoy walking, you're going to enjoy the trail system. Just southwest of Omaha is Mahoney State Park. Mahoney offers camping, horseback riding. There's a pool, a water park, and a lookout tower. And if you'd like to adventure across to Iowa, there is DeSoto Bend National Wildlife Refuge. Now, many people are not aware, but Nebraska has a very large bird watching community. If you go to DeSoto Bend, be sure to check out the Bertrand exhibit. The Bertrand was a steamboat that sank in 1865. The boat sank and then it was rediscovered in 1968. It's a really cool exhibit and it's really worth checking out because it's like a time capsule from 1865. Another spot worth checking out is Fontell Forest. Fontell Forest is in Bellevue and offers hiking trails, a raptor refuge, and Tree Rush Adventures Park. There's an entry fee, but it's worth checking out if you're into hiking and nature. Another park worth mentioning is Memorial Park. Memorial Park is located near 60th and Dodge and was built to honor veterans who have served in the armed forces. Every year, the city of Omaha holds an annual free 4th of July concert in Memorial Park. In addition to the different parks, what else is there to do in Omaha? For starters, we have the world famous Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium. If you're visiting Omaha, the zoo should be at the top of your list. This is a world-class zoo. They have the Desert Dome, the largest indoor desert. There is the Lead Jungle, the world's largest indoor rainforest. They also have an amazing aquarium with a 70-foot shark tunnel. The zoo is open all year long. It takes a full day to go to the zoo, and it's hilly, so bring a good pair of walking shoes. We also have the Old Market area, Lawrenson Gardens, the Durham Museum, the Jocelyn Museum, the Bob Carey Pedestrian Bridge, the Strategic Air and Aerospace Museum, the Omaha Children's Museum, and the Luminarium. In the fall, you can also visit Vala's Pumpkin Patch. If we mention fall and Nebraska, then we have to talk about Cornhusker football. If you're not from Nebraska, this might drive you crazy. We're very passionate about our football team. In fact, Memorial Stadium in Lincoln becomes Nebraska's third largest city on game day. Omaha is also home to the NCAA Men's College World Series held at Charles Schwab Field every June. I think there's a perception out there that Omaha is boring, flat, and there's nothing to do. And I think that's far from the truth. You'll never run short of things to do in Omaha. Let's talk about transportation. Do you need a car in Omaha, Nebraska? And the answer is yes. Omaha has shown improvement in public transportation, but you're going to need a car if you live in Omaha. Omaha does have the Metro bus system. The system does not serve the city equally. If you live in the northeastern part of the city, you're going to have more access to the bus system. We also have the Orbit bus system. Orbit stands for Omaha Rapid Bus Transit. These are orange articulated buses that operate along the Dodge Street corridor. Omaha is currently adding a streetcar that'll run from downtown near the riverfront to the Blackstone district. Construction is scheduled to begin in 2025, and the streetcar should be in service in 2028. Speaking of construction, Omaha is currently expanding Epley Airfield. This is a massive $950 million project. This will double the size of the current terminal and will be adding 2 gates dedicated to international flights. This project is scheduled to be completed in 2028. What about healthcare and safety? One of our strengths as a city is our healthcare facilities. We have Nebraska Medicine, CHI Health, and the Methodist Health System. As Omaha continues to expand, more healthcare clinics have been built in West Omaha. Healthcare is one of our major industries and employers. If you're in the healthcare industry or if you're in need of healthcare, you're going to have plenty of options. How safe is Omaha? Omaha is like any other mid-sized city. We do have crime just like any place else. Now, do we have the level of crime that you see in other cities? Not by a long shot. There's a perception out there that Omaha is not safe. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think Omaha is a place where we prosecute criminals, and we also have a good working relationship between the city and the police force. Now, according to neighborhoodscout.com, Omaha has a total crime index of 5, which means Omaha is safer than 5% of U.S. cities. Now, in terms of violent crime per 1,000 residents, Omaha has a 5.6 rating, which puts it above the national median of 4. Meanwhile, the state of Nebraska as a whole is at 2.83, which puts it below the national average. According to neighborhoodscout.com, you have a 1 in 178 chance of becoming a victim of violent crime in the city of Omaha versus a 1 in a 354 chance in the state of Nebraska. Now, what about property crime? Now, for property crime, Omaha had a rating of 34.78, which is above the national median of 20. Meanwhile, the state of Nebraska as a whole was rated at 18.89, which is slightly below the national median of 20. So what are your chances of becoming a victim of a property crime? Now, in Omaha, you have a 1 in 29 chance of becoming a victim of a property crime versus a 1 in a 53 chance in the state of Nebraska. Now, what about the surrounding cities? Let's compare violent crime using neighborhoodscout.com. Now, according to neighborhoodscout.com, you have Bellevue is a 1 in 543. Papillion was 1 in 1,082. La Vista, 1 in 862. Gretna won in 2,268. Ralston was a 1 in 918. Bennington won in 1,983. Omaha was 1 in 178. And Lincoln was 1 in 256 chance. And Nebraska as a whole, 1 in 354. Keep in mind, Omaha is a larger city, and just because someone can find stats online doesn't replace the actual on-the-ground research. For example, I typed in Chicago, Illinois to compare Omaha versus Chicago. Now, believe it or not, according to neighborhoodscout.com, you have a 1 in 186 chance of becoming a victim of a violent crime in Chicago. Now, that's actually lower than Omaha. Maybe Omaha appears not to be as safe because we actually prosecute crime. Now, what does all of this mean? It means you can look at all the stats you want, but I think it's all meaningless. Nothing replaces getting in your car, driving an area different times of day, listening to the local news, and just using plain common sense. Finally, let's talk about the weather. What about the weather in Omaha, Nebraska? Omaha experiences a humid continental climate characterized by 4 distinct seasons. Summers are typically hot and humid with average highs in the mid-80s and occasional heat waves. Thunderstorms are common during the late spring and early summer. Winters are cold and snowy with average highs in the mid-30s and lows often dipping below zero. Snowfall varies but averages around 20 to 30 inches annually. Do you need a 4-wheel drive car? Not necessarily, but it is nice. The city does a pretty good job of clearing the main streets. In the spring and fall, it's pleasant, but it's unpredictable. With temperatures ranging from cool to warm, these seasons can see rapid weather changes and occasional storms. Now let's talk about tornadoes. Yes, we do get tornadoes. In April of 2024, we had an EF4 tornado hit the western part of the city of Omaha, in Elkhorn, and in parts of Bennington. What is the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning? A tornado watch means all the conditions are present for tornadic activity. A tornado warning means a tornado is present and that you should seek shelter immediately. You'll find that most homes in Omaha have basements, and we do have good warning systems in place. You can also receive alerts via your phone as well. Rainfall: Omaha receives moderate rainfall, with the wettest months being May and June. What about air quality? Omaha generally enjoys good air quality. When I travel to a larger city, I can definitely tell the difference. Omaha is also very windy. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, Omaha ranks moderately high for seasonal allergies compared to other U.S. cities, particularly in the spring and fall. Again, if you're considering moving to Omaha, I would suggest paying us a visit. Now let's talk about community and culture. What is the culture and vibe like in Omaha? People in Omaha are known for being very approachable, friendly, and community oriented. It's easy to strike up conversations, probably because we're either containing about the weather or property taxes. Omaha prides itself on supporting local businesses, events, and causes. We also have a thriving local art scene. Omaha offers the amenities of a larger city: art, dining, and nightlife, while maintaining a relaxed, family-friendly vibe. It's a place where you can enjoy a slower pace of life without being disconnected from urban life. Politically, the state of Nebraska is a red state. Now let's talk politics. If you're on the right, Omaha is going to feel too far to the left. And if you're on the left, then Omaha is going to feel too far to the right. So another neat thing about Nebraska is the state of Nebraska has 5 electoral votes. And unlike other states, we can divide those votes. Omaha is known as the blue dot. So in 2024, the city of Omaha voted for Kamala Harris. Again, depending on your politics, that will either make you happy or upset. And if you want to learn more about the suburbs of Omaha, I made an entire playlist where I talk about the surrounding suburbs of Omaha, and you can check out that playlist right here.